Hey guys, how's it going? All right. So in 6 more hours, I'm gonna know if we're gonna start doing shorts. Now, granted, could we have been doing shorts this whole time? Sure, but we never know when it was gonna reverse. Like all we need data, and that's the thing. We need data here. Just kind of give you a brief update on what I'm doing or my thought process. Here is the level that the daily candle needs to close underneath for us to start doing shorts. If it closes above it, then we no longer look at shorts. And these shorts, these aren't just a short-term play. These are going to be, 3 to 5 day plays. Because as much as I don't want to say it, we may be down for a while before we eventually go up. Whether it's, a couple weeks, maybe a couple months before we go up. Now, why didn't we enter sooner? And that's the question that always ask why. Why? Well, first, we had our breakout or breakdown, which was here. We don't want to enter because it could easily just reverse automatically. We don't know where it's going to reverse at, but it's very easy to see it after the fact, or easier. Price comes down, price comes all the way down, and then it starts coming up. All right. So do we want to long? Not really. We needed to break above this level, gain support, and then continue up because everything up here is bullish. Once it crosses this white line, or once it crossed the white line, then everything under here is bearish. Price went up, broke above this, came back down. And could we short here? Well, personally, I would have started shorting here, but since this was such a manufactured or manipulated run up and then took it all back, I really don't count this. With the exception of this is our zone for us to be bullish again, or to start being bullish. Price came all the way down, creating a higher wick, coming up, and then it didn't go here for a retest because I was really wanting to see a retest here. Coming down, and now it's pretty much solidifying its weakness. Like we have this lower high, continues lower. And then now if we do get a candle close underneath this 84,250 on the daily time frame, then what that's screaming to me is that it came down. Here was our bearish retest, or we can call this whole zone a bearish retest, coming down. And if it does come up, we still have a very high chance of it coming further down. Now, the areas that I'm looking at are from the last cycle. No, not the last cycle. The last cycle is further. Let's see here. It's kind of matches it. But here we have our different levels. 73,072 and then also 68,245. We do have this really nice fair value gap on the, I believe it was the 4-hour time frame. It's a fair value gap on some time frame. I forget what it was. So just let you know. But on here, I am looking for the price action more than likely. If it does come down, to come down to 71,780 before possibly bouncing here, or maybe even doing a continuation. Now, these trend lines are very important. These trend lines that were done on my live stream earlier today, and these, in my opinion, they hold a lot of weights. If we do break below this, again, we're on the daily time frame. We do break below this, and here we have one of the levels. Then, of course, we might come down here. And if we, I don't want to see it, but if we break below this, And of course, we do have, and every pivot is a level. So, we might bounce somewhere depending on this. I think this trend line is going to be the lowest. It can always go lower, but I think it'll be the lowest. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, and so that's pretty much the video in reference to Bitcoin. One thing I do want to talk about is I want to talk about, and I just got this DM from one of my members in reference to should they hold a trade that they're in and they kept on adding. Man, I know it's tough. I know it's extremely tough because you're in a coin and it's coming down and you may be adding to it and then adding to it. If you can hold it, then hold it. But so it's the whole thing is a mindset. What is this? Is this was this supposed to be a trade setup? Or was this supposed to be a kind of like the investment types thought process to where your DCA, if it comes down, great. Comes down 30%, perfect. 50%, amazing. More than that, like, let's go. That's what I want. Or is this a trade to where you're trying to save it? It's coming down 15, 20%, you add to it. Comes down 15, 20%, you add to it. And then you just keep on trying to save it. And then eventually you have to make the decision, which is extremely difficult. And then just take the loss. I actually did that. And I did that on a live stream. My thought process was I was just going to keep on adding to it. It was a leverage trade. Just going to keep on adding to it. And sure enough, I added, and every time I add, I double. So I'll start off with like maybe $50, and then it comes down, 50, 60% due to my high leverage. Then I'll put in $100 to save it, and then it'll keep on going down, and I'll lose another, 60, 70%. It's like, oh man, like I should just, but again, it's because of my high leverage. I should just take the loss. I was like, no, I think it's going to go. So then I'll do, if I did $50, then I did 100, then I'll do 200. And then so I'll just keep on doing that every time it goes to like 60, 70% loss due to the very high leverage. It would be way different if I was doing a 2X or a 5X. I'm doing fairly high leverage. And I did this on the live stream too. It's like, all right, I'm gonna have to sell it. I don't want to. One, it hurts my pride. Everybody has pride. It's going to hurt my pride because I was really thinking that we were going to make it. I was really thinking that this trade was going to do amazing. And, everybody who took the trade is still in it because, well, the amount of leverage that I posted was fairly reasonable, 3X, 5X. And here I am doing, crazy X. And it's a very hard pill to swallow. I absolutely hate it. And I was on the live stream and I said, guys, I'm going to have to take this loss. And it was 3 coins. It was 3 coins that I was doing this whole thought process of just, adding to it. And sure enough, on the live stream, I took the loss and it was awful. I did not like it one bit. And it hurt. Oh my gosh, did it hurt. So let me know in the comments, guys. Right now, have you taken losses that hurt, that you were just adding to it? Now, if it is a investment DCA type of thought process, well, then you should be happy. You should be happy when the price comes down. But if it's an actual trade, this is when it hurts because it's like, man, I have my stop loss. I didn't want to take a 20, 30% loss, and I did. Now, one thing that I strongly recommend doing is, now this is for the VIP group. This video was initially only for the VIP, but I'm going to share this with, some of the, I'm not sure what level I'll put it on YouTube, whether it's the free or members. But in my opinion, like, this stuff is very important. Just knowing that you're not alone. There are other traders who are dealing with the same thing you're dealing with. Now, one thing that we're going to especially do in the VIP group is we're going to start, depending 6 hours from now, if we close underneath this, we're going to start doing shorts. Now, as far as the shorts go, there's so many coins. We're only going to focus on 3. That's all I want to do. 3 coins. And we'll be trading those 3 coins. And only those 3 coins. That way we can see how it moves. See how it does the candles. See how it does the price action. And we're going to do that. You know, the most we'll do is 5 coins. I have 3 in mind that I absolutely love looking at. And more than likely, we'll just do those 3. But again, you know, anybody in the VIP, if y'all want me to do another coin to give you all a setup, make sure to put it in the VIP chat. If you have coins you want me to do a review on, definitely put those also in the VIP chat. I'll do what I always do, screenshot of it, draw on it, make it a video with it, and then we'll just go from there. But I just want to let y'all know, guys, like everything that you're feeling, most of these traders are feeling, and we're going to make money both ways. Right now, what we were hoping for was catching the bottom. Of these coins. But now that more time has passed, and now we're seeing this bearish retest and possibly the break of this and close underneath it, now it's like, okay, we have a clear direction of which way the price might go, which way the market might go. Let's go ahead and attack. Let's attack. Let's start making money going down. Before, once again, we weren't doing it because we didn't have this clear direction. Now that this direction is clear, it could easily reverse. And once it does, then we have to have our thought process again as far as, you know, maybe now is the bottom. Once again, nobody knows. But right now we're getting the clear signal. And this is what I've been looking for ever since we were way over here. This is what we were looking for right here. Not so much like the break is good. The retest is better. And then, of course, the confirmation of this break / retest is the safest. It can always reverse, but more than likely we'll do a lower high. So basically continue this. All right. So that's all I got. I do thank you guys very much. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, remember, everything you're feeling, other traders are feeling as well. We're going to make it. We're going to make money going up or down. We just need a clearer direction of which way the market's going. Do we trade in between and all the chop? Sure. But just be careful you get chopped up. Or do we wait for a clearer picture? And that's what we've been doing. And now we just got to wait 6 hours to see, is it going to do another wick where it potentially comes up again? But this is our main level. Cannot stress that enough. We will remain bullish. We will remain bearish until this 94,270, 91,965 is broken on a daily time frame. And then we have our support bounce on the daily time frame. Until then, we will be bearish. We will continue to be bearish. We've been bearish, but we'll continue to be bearish. We're trying to catch the bottom. But now with this break right here, and if it closes, I can't stress that enough. It has to close. If it closes, then we have to wait. All right. I mean, if it closes, now we have our direction. If the candle closes underneath it, we have our direction of, okay, we have a higher probability of it coming down. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.